Okay, you guys are getting a bonus video today, man, because something pretty cool got announced by Analogue. The same people that make like the Super NT, the Mega SG, stuff like that, and the Analog Pocket, which I love. So we're gonna talk about that for a little bit. There's not much on this, so um, just just know this is a video letting you guys know that it was announced, and I'm just gonna talk about my thoughts on it, what I think about it, what I think the price might be, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into this video and look at the little website thing, because there's a little preview on the controller. But before we start the video, um, don't play with knives, kids, because you can accidentally cut your finger with when you open stuff, when you open a package. So be careful out there. But anyway, let's get on with this video. I don't know why I put that in there, but I'm gonna leave it in because it's funny. Because I'm an idiot. But let's get on with this here. Okay. So, as you can see, let me lock it here so it doesn't distract me. As you can see, it says Analog 3D. The future is here. 64 bits of pleasure. Wireless Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz. Blah 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 blah. You can read it. 4K resolution. Now that's the first time Analog has ever done like a 4K supported system. So that's kind of cool. Original display modes, reimagining the N64, reference quality recreations of specific model CRTs and PBMs. I guess if you want that. I guess that's like for scan lines, I would assume. But I don't really care about that kind of crap, to be honest with you. But some people do. So I guess it's cool. The first and only aftermarket solution supporting 100% compatibility in every region, US, Europe, and Japan. Coming in 2024. And we scroll down here, we get to see a very dark render of the controller. Here's your analog, your D-pad, your buttons, which I would assume is like, there's your start button. Wait, does this thing run on Analog OS? Yeah. Wait a minute, I didn't even realize that. If this thing runs on Analog OS, that means this thing's gonna get jailbroken and be like freaking insane. Like you could probably play Super Nintendo games on this thing if it gets jailbroken, which most of the time they do. Cause I assume like that's either the start button, that's like the home button, or the analog button. I can't really tell that it's so damn dark. Like these these two buttons, I can't really tell what the hell they are. Cause there's an analog button on the only reason I know there's an analog button because the Pocket has one. So one of these is an analog button to bring up the analog menu, analog OS menu. So my thoughts on this thing so far, from what's been released right here, is it's honestly pretty exciting, to be real with you. And admittedly, I'm not the biggest N64 fan in the world, but it is still pretty exciting to finally get like an FPGA 4K or basically HD FPGA system of the N64. That's what, because I jokingly said it to my wife the other like a month or two ago. I was like, the next thing they're gonna do is either the PS, it's probably gonna be the PS1 or the N64. I was like, yeah, but the N64 is not gonna happen. It's more likely to be like the PS1 or like a Sega CD or something like that. But I didn't think it would be the N64. I was just kidding around when I said that. Um, but the fact that it is really cool because now I can, and I know purists are gonna hate this, but now I can sell my original N64 when I get this console because I prefer these because these FPGA systems, yeah, they're not 100% perfect. Like when they say 100% compatibility, they're basically BSing you. There's very very few times a system at launch has not had one or a few compatibility issues with games and peripherals. That's another thing too. Like, will this support transfer packs, memory cards, rumble packs, stuff like that? Like the heartbeat sensor for the Japanese Tetris game. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm still very curious about. And yes, I know it's very early on, but still, it's kind of odd to say 100% compatibility with games. What about accessories? What about what I just mentioned? What about those? Those are fairly important, especially transfer packs. Like Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 and like 4K res would be pretty freaking cool. Um, well, Stadium 2 would be better than Stadium 1 because the graphics are a little bit better and you use the expansion pack. But like Perfect Dark would look amazing, I think. The Zeldas would look pretty good, I think. Um, God, there's a lot of games that would look pretty good. The original Smash Bros. I mean, I go on and on. Hell, I can play Sculptor's Cut, man, on this console, man. Woo! That's an expensive game, by the way. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it because, like I said, it's like easier for me to plug in these kind of systems because I can just plug them into a switcher and be done with it. So it's easy. It's ease of access for me, honestly. But I still think it's good for the community anyway. If you want to get into N64, this is a really good solution. Other than buying like all those aftermarket HDMI solutions that are out there for the N64 and GameCube and Super Nintendo and stuff like that. There's cables that do upscaling and stuff like that, like the Retro Tinks and stuff like that, upscalers. But I think this is going to be a way better solution and easier for a lot of beginners and newcomers that don't really want to fool with that kind of tech. So I think this is really cool, and I can't wait to see what else they announce with it, and really how stuff plays. If it's really that well done, because I'm kind of surprised that FPGA is to the point where N64 could be recreated pretty much perfectly. Because as you guys probably know, N64 is still pretty difficult to emulate like 100% accurately. It's pretty damn close. So if Analog somehow did this, like kudos to them because this is gonna be amazing. Um, Now release date and price. Now I want to stress this. I am just speculating. This is nothing confirmed, nothing concrete. I'm just speculating from their past console releases and stuff like that. Release date, or I should say pre-orders, probably will go live sometime in the spring of next year. I would assume, like quarter one or quarter two of next year, and then it'll start shipping in 2025. That's what I think. The only reason I think that is because we still have not gotten the Analog Duo yet, and that was announced back in 2020, I think, or 2019, something like that. And that should be shipping here fairly soon because my wife did wind up picking me up one. I can't wait to finally get into getting some turbo stuff. But that's gonna be pretty cool. Now, price wise, that's what I'm not too sure on. I'm thinking 250, maybe 299.99. So either 249.99 or 299.99. I doubt it'll be as cheap as the Super Nintendo and the Mega SG. It's not gonna be no $500. If it's $500 like the NT Mini Noir was, then I'm not getting it. There's no way I'm not paying that much for a FPGA N64. But I don't think it will be. Um, but I think it'll be around 200, 250, maybe 300 max is what I'm thinking. So let me know what you guys think about this. Like I said, this was just announced today. I just wanted to talk about it just because I love Analogue's products. I don't really love how they release said products, but I do love their products. But stop doing the limited quantity crap. And when you pre-order Analog, please do one per person. For Christ's sake, let us get the consoles that want to get them. I'm sick of all these scalpers putting these freaking pre-orders up for auction on eBay as soon as they freaking get the damn pre-order. That's so goddamn annoying. Please, Analog, learn from your mistakes with this. I'm not the only person that bitches about this. There's multiple other YouTubers that do this, that bitch about that as well. So Analog, please, for the love of Christ, fix that. Because it's super annoying. Because I will, as soon as this gets announced, it'll be, that's another thing too. It'll be like 8 a.m. in the morning. So you'll have to be like, I think it's 8 a.m. Pacific. So like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Whatever day it is, it's gonna be like 8 a.m. Just so you know. So just be ready for that. Sign up for alerts so you get notified because they'll always announce it like a week or two before the pre-orders go live. So just be ready for that. Be ready for scalpers because it's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.